Hi everyone, Sherls here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you are here. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It truly helps our amazing community grow. As a little thank you for your support, any comment you leave on my videos automatically serves as an entry into my annual YouTube subscribers appreciation giveaway. This is my way of showing appreciation for all of you. Each May, I will randomly select and announce multiple winners, and the prizes will even include any unclaimed giveaways from the past year. So, comment away. In the last tutorial, I left you with the last 6 pages unmatted. Off camera, I picked the digitals and finished decorating these pages. These 2 pages, I decided to leave the white gap empty like this. For some reason, this big gap here doesn't bother me as much as these 2 or the rest of the layout that I use. In this tutorial, we will finish this Whimsical Dos-à-Dos Mini Journal. We only have 2 sheets of cardstocks left and a hinge piece. I don't see no reason why we cannot finish this now. What we are going to use is this hinge piece, folding like this, and the other side as well. Yes, I am still folding it on the outer line. And this one, I will adhere it on the hinge like this, leaving a tiny gap between this piece of cardstock and the hinge. Actually, I might be doing this on the cardstock. I align it, then fold the hinge to make sure that it can still be folded nicely. If the hinge cannot fold nicely, it means that the cardstock is too close to the fold line. For this one, I will be adhering this last piece of cardstock on this side like this. I need to apply the double-sided tape on this side and this side of the cardstock. and this will go into this hinge like this. Then this piece, we are going to attach it on our mini album like this. And here I already noticed that I put this double-sided tape on the wrong side. Again, after aligning it just before the scoring mark, I fold the hinge to make sure that my hinge can still fold nicely without the edge of the cardstock interfering. With this, our Whimsical Dos-à-Dos Mini Album construction is officially done. All that's left to do for me is to pick these beautiful digital papers to decorate these blank pages. Before that, I want to show you how I made this envelope page here and how I attach it to my mini album. I already printed one of the page in the nostalgic Noel background too, and this is what I will be using to make my envelope. I will be using my scoring board to help me make the folding line for the envelope. First, I want to make half an inch scoring mark. Then my mini album height is 5.5 inches. So this one, I need to make a scoring mark 5.5 inches away from the last scoring mark, and that's it. 6 inches and then 6.5 inches. Then turn it over 90 degrees. The width of my album is 4.25, so it goes like that, and another 4.25 is 8.5. So that's all the scoring mark that I need. Now I can put my scoring board away, then use my ruler to cut this paper. First, I need to cut this for the top of the envelope, and this I can also taper it like that, and the other side as well before I forget, and cut this way. So you will have this scrap that you can use for a matterboard. On the other side, my scoring mark, let me ink it so you can see it clearly. My scoring board always make a gap, and I have this and this line, and where I'm cutting, I usually cut on the inside mark, so it will be like this. Now I can fold this in. Somehow I didn't cut this one properly, so I need to trim it better. In the process, I tore the flap, and that's totally okay because we are not going to see it. I do not need this tiny triangle. Okay, this is what I want. This fold like this, and this one I want to attach it on this page like this, or I can also attach it like this so the opening is on this side. This is something that I need to think about, but for sure I can now adhere this flap on the main body of the envelope. And I like to also use my invisible tape to make the transition between the flap and the envelope opening smooth. I can put this like this, and the opening will be on the outside. That's something I need to decide soon. What I think, I like the opening to be on the outside, so it is easier to access whatever ephemera I put inside this pocket page. This will go this way. I can somehow see this white page. So if you are using white cardstock and you are inking your pages, make sure that you ink your envelope piece before you assemble it. Don't make this mistake. This part is not easy to do when I already have the envelope assembled, and I obviously do not need this big flap. I just need to have it wide enough to catch onto the cardstock, and it will not run away or tear apart when I flip the page. And actually I like to have rounded edges, so I will adhere it on this side. this way of attaching this envelope, in my opinion, will not only give me the rounded edge that I like, also make it easier for me to align this piece. All I need to do is just pushing this envelope against the edge of the cardstock, and it will align straight, not wonky. The invisible tape that I attach on this joint here is the same reason why I highly recommend you to apply invisible tape on this pocket page. So in case that you did not adhere the hinge properly on this cardstock, the gap won't cause you problem when you insert the ephemera inside this pocket. That's it. That's my only reason. The other thing that I forgot to point out is this one. You see here, after I adhere the printed digital on these pages here that I left blank at the last of the previous tutorial, the thickness of this layout is pretty much the width of this tiny spine here. So that's the reason I decided not to add more fun layout on this section. The rest of this layout, I just need to pick the beautiful nostalgic Noel digital here to decorate it. This one I can also decorate this with the fussy cut that I have here. Not this red one for sure, because it will be red on red. Although this tag is very cute. No, it doesn't really pop a lot. This one, that will be very cute. So that's my container, and I just suddenly seeing this pocket in the nostalgic Noel ephemera, and I suddenly thought that I want to put it on top of this pocket. It might be a good idea, it might not be a good idea, because it will add thickness on this rather thin hinge. Before I adhere this, I want to apply invisible tape. I use invisible tape a lot in my project whenever there is a transition between paper thickness that is exposed. If the transition between paper thickness is not exposed, like this one here, the hinge and this pocket piece is not exposed, we just cover this with a pretty digital, then I don't really bother smoothing it up with invisible tape. But if it is something like this pocket piece where it is exposed by the ephemera or whatever I insert inside it, then I like to use an invisible tape to make the transition smoother. Or, should I go a little bit closer to the edge like this? I think that's what I will be doing. This looks really cute. I don't have to stay within the border of the digital, and it will make it more whimsical. This one too. I want to make sure that later my ephemera piece won't get stuck in the possibly gap between this flap and the paper behind it. I also do not want this invisible tape to be seen from the outside, so I am trimming off the excess. This is so cute. Now, for the rest of these blank pages, so far I have no plan to make more interesting layout. At this part, after I put some ephemera here, I believe this section here will be thick enough. If I put more pocket or a flap here, it might end up an alligator layout, but we will see. Let's see if I can use possibly this file folder. This one I already printed something behind it. So what I have in mind now is if it is possible for me to use this like this, but it seems like I need to pick a file folder that I already printed a background behind it. Oh, these colors are so adorable. Like this. I can adhere only these three sides, and then I have another flap. But will it make it too thick? Let's try. I think it's still okay. Doesn't seem that it will be too big for me. And as for the rest of this area, I do not want to use the same scrap. I have this scrap and this scrap. I also have these as well as this part. I can use this and adhere it like this, and maybe cover that part with this one or this one, and then this will go on top. Do I have other that will work better? This one will also work, and I can also adhere it as a pocket here, but this one doesn't have the tab. I just open like this and this open like that. Or should I use this one? This is a hard question. I think I will just use this one because this page doesn't have a tab, and this one also doesn't have a tab. Besides, later I can use this for journal or something else. Now back to how I want to mat this. This piece here, how does this look? How about this one? This one is so striking red and green. So possibly something that balances it, like maybe this one here. Oh, this is cute. I still feel like this one looks better, but I don't like the red and the red here. I want it to be less reddish. So possibly I still have to go with this one. Yep, this will work. And for this part, I can use this on this side. But should I? Something like that. So this will be against the edge. And this one, I could just use one of these background here. I do have the full page of this and this one. This one, yeah, it doesn't really pop. I want to use something that helps popping out this piece here. This looks cute. How about this one here? Nope, it's still like brownish with brown. So the blue one it is. Now it's between this one and this one. I want to use this one because somehow this makes this piece pop out a little bit more. Nice. And now I can adhere this file folder. On this side, I leave the curved part open. This side, and finally this part. Can open this one and then use my scraper to make sure that it is fully adhered. This goes here, and how this looks. It's pretty good. I still have some space here to put ephemera. So that's pretty much it. I can continue picking paper and adhering it on these blank pages, but I feel like that will make you bored. So I will leave you at this, and I will continue matting these blank pages and decorating the rest of the pages with the fussy cut and other ephemera that I have here. And I will come back with the final flip through of this Whimsical Dos-à-Dos Mini Album. Thank you everyone for following along this tutorial. If you missed the previous tutorial, you can catch up from the playlist that I listed on the description box. I hope this tutorial is clear enough. If you have any question, feel free to leave a comment, message me, or sending me an email. I truly hope you enjoyed this project. And if you make one, do please share it with me. I would love to see your take on this Whimsical Dos-à-Dos Mini Album. As always, a huge thank you for your incredible support. Please remember to comment and subscribe before you go. It means the world to me. Until next time, happy crafting!